Fox News is going to get a whole lot of its listeners killed. And I hope the survivors, the relatives of those who were killed, go ahead and sue Fox News for misinforming good people. I mean, everybody is susceptible to bad information from those who they trust. And if those who they trust mislead them knowingly, they should pay a price for it. But check this out and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Given how off the models were from the outset by a factor of 10 at the upside, why are states like California even in shutdown anymore?
Every politician, myself included sometimes, is just dancing around the issue. The American people get it.
What?
We got to reopen, and when we do, the coronavirus is going to spread faster, and we got to be ready for it.
If you look at those numbers and see the comparable, we're going to have fewer fatalities from this than from the flu. For this, we scared the hell out of the American people. We lost 17 million jobs. We put a major dent in the economy. We closed down the schools. You heard Dr. Oz say we probably didn't have to do that. Shut down the churches and so on. This was not and is not a pandemic.
45,000 people a year die from automobile accidents, 480,000 from cigarettes, 360,000 a year from swimming pools, but we don't shut the country down for that, but yet we're doing it for this.
Now, let's be clear. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit each one of those subjects real quickly. Laura Ingraham says, now that the reports didn't come in, or the deaths didn't come in as bad as the reports, why don't California open? The reality is, first of all, the deaths have not come into the maximum of the reports. You know why? Because people started to follow the rules. We had the lockdown, we had people wearing face masks, and people started to take things seriously. And in those places where they started to take things seriously, we got the curve turning around. When we have Senator from Louisiana talking about, let's open the country up, and yeah, people are going to get sick, but we just better be prepared for that. Well, the country is closed right now. People are getting sick, and it's creaming places like New York, places like New Jersey. It had Washington State in a problem for a while. So with controls on, these people are in trouble. Open the country up. What do we do with the 2 to 3 to 4% that will get, or the 15% or so that will get real sick, and those that will need ventilators? I don't know if he understands what he's talking about. Bill Bennett says, oh my God, this is just like the flu, and probably the flu will kill more people than this is going to kill. That is likely not the case. This is probably going to kill more people than the flu, but the problem is how it does it. The problem is the contagion. Look, there was a time that I was fooled into belief if it kills 2 or 3%, it is like other contagions, etc., etc., etc. Well, the truth of the matter is, the infectiousness of this disease and the ad hoc manner in which it attacks people without them really knowing how they got it makes a big difference. And just saying opening the country up because the schools would have done just fine makes absolutely no sense. Bill Bennett was an educator or was an administrator in education. He should know better than that. Saying what he's saying is sentencing people to death. But Dr. Phil is the one that should upset one the most. Dr. Phil used 3 examples as to why, we haven't shut down the country for automobile accidents. We haven't shut down the country for swimming pools. We haven't shut down the country for cigarette smoking, which all kill a whole lot of people as well. And he's right. All those things kill a whole lot of people. But for all those things that he pointed out, these are voluntary things. These are things people do voluntarily. They drive voluntarily, they smoke voluntarily, and they swim voluntarily. And even if it's a child who drowns, or even if it's a pedestrian who gets hit by a car, again, there is a certain known to that. However, when somebody passes you randomly with coronavirus, if you get it because accidentally they dribbled or sneezed, or maybe it's an aerosol, we are not quite sure yet, and you get it, there's a certain lack of control. Look at the people who have gotten the disease thus far, haven't a clue where they got it. Yes, it's community transmissions. Folks, these people at Fox News are dangerous because they give people a sense. They're trying to put within people's psyche that somehow this is an overreaction, that somehow the reason why they're doing this, there are all kind of myths out there. Oh, we're trying to hurt Donald Trump. I don't think anybody wants to hurt Donald Trump. By the current death count right now is about 35,000 people. Nobody wants to hurt Donald Trump by killing 35,000 people. But I tell you what, Senator Kennedy should go to South America and see what's going on in Guayaquil, Ecuador. In Guayaquil, Ecuador, they've lost control. People are just putting their parents' bodies outside on the benches on the streets. And it's not only Guayaquil where that is happening. In places like the country that I'm originally from, Panama, people are locked in the homes. I'm talking to friends over the internet who are, when is this going to be over? They're taking this seriously to bend the curve. They're taking this seriously to try to mitigate this thing until we get a vaccine. That's going to be the only ultimate solution to save a whole lot of lives. We don't know who are the people that don't get it quite easily. We don't know who are the people that are passing this thing without having any symptoms. We don't know any of that. So it's definitely very irresponsible to just say, go out there. So 20% of you are going to get very, very, very sick. More than 75% of you are going to get the virus, and about 2 to 3 to 4% of you are going to die. That is, I don't know how these people live with themselves on the notion that in order to save an economy, in order for those people who make a whole lot of profits on your labor, because remember, that's what they're talking about. They don't want this sit back. We are saying, let's put the portions of our economy that we can on pause to save lives, to figure this thing out. They're saying, and by the way, and in the process, let's make government create financial platforms for you to spend on your essentials. That is what we want. They don't want that, because for the 2 to 3 to 4 to 6 months that it's going to take us to get this stuff settled and find a true path, it means a reduction in the amount of money the very few that are super wealthy are going to get on your backs. Because remember, they want you back to work. The reason they were so happy to give you $1,200 to hold you just a little bit down so you still spend money and that the economy doesn't completely crater is to keep you spending a little bit of money so that you can inflate them. Please do remember that. This has nothing to do about your safety. This has nothing to do about your health. This has nothing to do about Trump wanting us to be a vibrant economy. This has everything to do with people are starting to realize that without you, there ain't no economy. Without you, there ain't no millionaire. Without you, there is nothing. We are America. We are the world. We are the ones who make things happen, not the very select few that abuse most people in the world. And once we get that, once we understand our worth, once we start to realize that we are in command, that not them, that those blue bloods that think they are running things, that think they have the right to live in those skyscrapers and have the best of everything, when they realize, or they've started to realize, that we are in command, and what do they want to do now? They want us to go back in the field. They want you to go back out there, risk your life. 80% of you are going to come out okay, but 20% of you are going to be in trouble. 80% of you are going to be fine, but 3 to 4% of you are going to die. But you know what? It's only 3 or 4% of you. So come back and work, because all of us rich people, we need your labor. We need your intellect. We need your works. That's what it's all about. Folks, once we understand that, we will start back and take back what is ours. We'll start back and take back this economy. Love you all. I'm Egberto Willies, host of Politics Done Right, an independent news program. I post several news videos of interest every day. I ask you so kindly to subscribe to my channel, and please leave me some comments. Thank you very much.